One of the first things I did when I decided to run for mayor was visit with Superintendent Bobby Gutierrez. Because even though we are different political entities here, we have common issues. And we feed each other with our problems, and hopefully we can feed each other with our solutions. I've talked with Bobby about the fact that we need, and she's already started to do this, she has started some vocational training tracks for young people that are building block tracks. As opposed to when I was a young woman and you sort of had, well, you could do college preparatory or you could go into the business side of high school and go into the workforce or something, you know, along those lines. Now we're taking a much more intelligent approach towards education with the help of the community college and with the high school. What we are doing is we are going to start offering, and we have a program set out, offering people as young as in 8th grade vocational tracks that interest them, but that are not dead ends, that we can build upon. Not only do we have the option of going in different directions, for example, in the medical field, if you want to be a med tech or you want to be an x-ray technician or whatever, but let's say you've done that, and now you've decided, you know what, this is really my calling. I want to go to college and get a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. That we will help them with that next step. And then the next building block could be to go to medical school if you wanted to. There's no end to what young people can do. But for the mayor has to be involved in this. The problem with the schools now is that we're blaming the schools. We are blaming the schools for the dropout rate. There's something wrong with that, I think, because I know what's behind that. There's not enough parental involvement. We need to revitalize some of these options with our other entities in town so the kids stay engaged and stay interested. The schools cannot do it themselves. We can't just drop the kids off and expect that somehow they're going to come out ready for the workforce. We're all going to have to do that together, and so as a community leader, the mayor is going to have to say, this is something we're all going to have to get involved in, every one of us. If you're a parent, you're going to have to really be involved in making sure that your child stays engaged. If you are retired and you want to be a mentor, there are some of those that have started, we're going to encourage you to do that. I'd like to see a volunteer coordinator at our city who could help feed the schools with mentors for children. There's been a lot of studies shown that mentors and apprenticeships really help children succeed, especially when their families are having problems. But most importantly, the Public Information Office that is now, in my opinion, at the city being used to promote various political agendas, which I think is an inappropriate use of that department. We should be using that regularly to reinforce common community values about how we're all in this together, we're going to help each other, and calling for people to come to the table with ideas, solutions, sweat equity, whatever you want to contribute, because we are in fact one big family. So the long answer is we have a lot of community building to do to solve an educational problem, but the short answer is that the mayor has to be integrally involved, not as a blamer, but as a partner for the superintendent. And one of the things I want to do when I'm mayor is go to every school in Santa Fe once a week and greet the students coming in, elementary, junior high, and high school on a rotating basis, and tell them how important they are to us and that we are there for them, because that is where we start.